She fires nice and smooth. Welcome back to another episode of Trench Customs. Unfortunately, this is going to probably be my last video. I'm not going to continue on making these. There's a lot of stuff coming up in life, and I just don't have the time to continue on doing this. So I appreciate everyone that have been with me, and I just wanted to say to everyone that I'm lying. I'm not doing that. I got tons of stuff planned for 2026. It's going to be a great time. And this video is just a breakdown of the underfolder that I put on my SMLE that so many people have asked me to do a video about. So figured now's a good time. So I already made the video of what I did with all this and how I basically built it. I wanted to show a deeper dive on how everything actually works and what parts I used. So we'll start it off with the bolt. The bolt is a factory bolt that I rebuilt with some stuff. And then I cut the bolt down, pull the pin out. I cut the bolt down, help if I didn't drop the pin, so that the bolt still works and still functions over top of the stock. And then you can put the pin in and it locks it back in place. You can see it fits really nice and tight along here. So what I basically did was I took a SMLE trigger housing with the grip, and I cut the whole thing down and put a plate on the back. Well, let me lock it open for you. Just pop the pin in. I kind of like how this is because it feels like you're like pulling the pin on a hand grenade, which is kind of cool. So you can see here, there's a steel plate that I put here, and then it has a bolt that goes through it, which you can access by unscrewing this screw, pull it out, and then you can access it with an Allen key through the back here. So I welded on the SMLE trigger guard housing to it, and then I cut down the back portion of it so I could put a 1/2 inch sleeve on inner diameter sleeve, and then it has a 1/4 inch inner diameter sleeve. So there's a 1/2 inch bolt that runs through, and it's welded to this side so it won't spin. This side just has a nut that I have torqued down tight on it, just enough. It's a lock nut and has some Loctite on it, so that way it can still move, but it's tight. So I just kind of welded everything up together on here, and then it spins nice. The whole thing comes apart really easy. Again, this is just a piece of a broom handle that I used to get a cheek weld on. I just went over it, cleaned it down, and I went over it with just cold blue, and then I just oiled it so that way it still has kind of that old, look to it and stuff. I didn't have to clearance anything on this. The only thing I had to clearance on the whole stock was just a tiny bit, just to clear right here, which is not a big deal. So it really wasn't much at all. So, and then again, this is the magazine. The magazine, if you do one of these, it's just the 2 SMLE magazines cut down. If you're going to do this, make sure, I didn't realize that there was one magazine that has it's more rounded and the other one's more square. So this is like both of those, which made it a pain in the ass to get my transition to work here. And unfortunately, I only have like 5 or 6 rounds of 303 British left over. I need to get more. So yeah, so now we're loaded in. And then for the people that ask, a lot of people were wondering how hard this thing kicks. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's really not bad at all. I mean, I'm just wearing this jacket and a t-shirt. It's light. It's still quieter than my 308 that I have. It's a Savage Axis, and I put I cut the barrel down to 16 inches. This is quieter than that. And for those asking me to, people saying that the recoil so bad on 303 that I couldn't shoot it, I couldn't fire it from the hip. You can. It's not bad at all. It does not, like, I don't even feel any kickback. It's like shooting a pistol, which makes it much more fun. So this is the SMLE, a little close up, not really a deep dive, but just kind of a close up so people can see it. And I will be doing a Mad Minute video with it. Sorry, I just got to get this lined up. It's tight, but it needs to be tight because the pin has a little detent ball in it. So I need it tight so that the detent fits properly. So yeah, this is the SMLE. It shoots really nice. It's comfortable to hold. And it's an all-around good gun. So I had like a ton of people ask me about making these, and so if there is enough interest, I'm working on getting my FFL, and then once I get my FFL, I might just start making these buttstocks. I have to find a source where I can get the parts to make it cheap. This isn't that big of a deal. I can always make this assembly again if I needed to, but well, I'll have to work on that. So thanks for following along for another episode of Trench Rack Customs. I will be doing a Mad Minute video with this in the next couple weeks, so please like and subscribe so you can see that. And then I have a couple more videos coming up of more deep dives of my other guns. Thanks for following along.